DC, everyone, what is going on? Pull the mic a little bit closer. Hope everybody is having a great start to your weekend. Happy Friday, guys. This is break number 2264. Really starting to fucking age myself with these things, huh? Our manual tags are out. We did have a trade, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let me make sure I got it right here. DC was feeling generous and probably a little sympathetic to the PC-ism of the situation. So he gave up my and Jordan's Jacksonville Jaguars. Jordan gets the Jags in exchange. DC is taking the Rams. That is the only one I saw. So if I missed something, guys, let me know. We'll get that taken care of. Little business to get out of the way. We got a couple new guys in here. Thank you guys for jumping in. I think most of you got in through the mini, but if not, either way, thank you for making your way here. We ship once a week on Fridays. Make sure you send your address and email address. Our tracking goes out via email to Mandy Ships. She's got a countdown logo for her profile picture. If you can't find her, send it to me. I'll get it to her. But make sure to send your email address as well, because that's how you receive tracking. We don't use it for anything else. I think that about covers it. Don't threaten me with a good time, Jordan. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm going to go grab this thing off the shelf. We're going to pull it out, and it's Friday night. We all got stuff to do, people to fall asleep next to, kids to be annoyed by, all of that good stuff. So we're going to do 2 boxes at a time. Where's she at? Slide her on in there. All right. Let's see if I can get all these out of the case without destroying the desk, bumping a camera, moving a microphone. One of those good things. It's already getting a little hairy here. I'm still getting, I think we're about 40 breaks into the new setup. I've been on the phone for so long, but just too many problems with Facebook, so I had to make the videos accessible elsewhere. Now I'm feeling fancy up here. And at the same time, working with less space. Trying to get them all out here without moving the case off the desk. 4 more to go. Alright, now let's see if we get this box out of here. Almost made it unscathed. A little bit of microphone. What's that? 2, 4, 6. Put one behind them. That'll make 12. Give us some space to work with. Should have 8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 2 that we're going to start with. Well, that's why I said I thought you were being generous, DC. I thought you were just like, fuck it, it's Friday night. I've had a couple drinks. It's his PC. We're going to take care of the man. All right, there's box number 1. I'm going to open all these up, set them to the side, and get box number 2 ready to rock directly after that. I like the wording on top. Full disclosure, I have not watched any retail select. I've not opened any retail select. I believe zebras are still live, right? Small chance at XRCs. I also believe tie-dye can be live in retail. What are the case hits I'm missing? Because those seem to multiply exponentially year after year. Used to just be zebras with this and occasional 101 they throw at you. And like I said, the tie-dyes. All right, there's our first box. Oh, wow. Did y'all see that? Did we speak that into existence? I said it was going to be box 1, so we're not going to slow roll it. That usually doesn't work out to our advantage. We're still rolling with that one, box 1. We're going to run right up on whatever that is. Off the rip. There's a little Drake May action. A lot of cards here too, guys, so there will be, especially if you're new with me, you other guys know the drill. We got a protection pile on one side, base going to the other side. So a lot of these base, especially like the QB rookies, will still be top loaded, but that will go down with Miss Mandy after the rip. Golly, Greg. You know what? Every time I do a break, I look down at my nails and I say, because, and I love you for it, you're in damn near all of them, right? But I'm like, are these acceptable to Greg? They were cutting it a little close today, my friend. A little bit, but I think we're still good. So here we go. Good luck, guys. We got something staring at us right there. I'm not going to leave it for last. Full send. Let's see what we got. Cedric Tillman. Move my base box up here. Fields. We've got a Fashanua die cut silver hollow going out to the Jets. Not even going to attempt that first one. Malik Neighbors, Lambjack, Harrison Smith, Malik Neighbors again. TJ Hawkinson, that's on the, appears to be like a tricolor. It's just blue and red though. Not going to be numbered. Will be top loaded later. Kyle Hamilton. Amari Cooper is the zebra to the Bills. You end up with the Bills, which actually I was going to say, you don't really think anything for 24, but Bills aren't terrible for 24. You got Keon Coleman, Ray Davis, a lot of those guys. So who picked up the Bills in this one? That is Mr. Jeff Seninga. It's been a minute, my friend. Congratulations, starting hot for the retail break. Amari Cooper on the zebra. Nice card, sir. See what else we got in there. Lassiter, Jared Goff, Jahan Dotson, Will Richard. That is Xavier Worthy, Jalen Hurts, DeMarcus Lawrence, Amari Cooper, Drake May. Nice one. This is on the numbers insert. Did a good job with that one this year. CJ Stroud. I think that's a tricolor on some sort of shimmer. Xavier Worthy, Rasul Douglas, Alexander Maddinson, and Arik Armstead. That's going to be box one. Next up, we've got Urlacher, Montana, Tucker, Ed McCaffrey, Earl Campbell, silver coming up on us. It is DK Metcalf, another die cut. This time it's for the Seattle Seahawks. Orange shimmer, Jameis on back that. Is this one numbered? It is 37 out of 499. Good looking card. That's going out to the Brownies, Mr. Phil Messina. So not terrible, the first two boxes. We got ourselves a zebra. We got ourselves some SP. Just need to pick it up on the names, huh? Nice looking Winston. Call it a color match. 37 out of 499, excuse me. Going out to Mr. Phil Messina. Fashanu again. Joe Burrow. Theo Johnson. Drake May. Future. Jalen Hurts. That's a cool one. We'll top load him up now. Caleb Williams. Joe Alt. Brock Bowers. Nice tricolor. This one is going to the Raiders. Bottom of the list, Mr. Randall Certain. Jerry Jeudy. Blake Corum. Jameis Winston again. Dallas Turner. Jaden Daniels. Another nice one for our protection pile. And a Drake May. A lot of base. Let's find some color. Devonta Smith. Jaden Daniels. Numbers. And Dre Greenlaw. Going out to the Niners. Let me get these two guys top loaded up real quick. And we will check out two more boxes. Hurts to the Eagles. Who got him? Man, they're hiding on me. There they are at the top, Mr. Scott George. And this was all the way to the bottom. Mr. Randall Certain. There you go, my friend. All right, next two boxes. What do we do with that knife? Not a bad start. Need some QB color. Hopefully some more nice SP. There's our first box. Box two. Seth, what's up, my man? Living the dream. Took a little extended weekend last weekend, so happy to be back at it. Doing this, not so much at the pharmacy. Although I got a pretty chill gig for a pharmacist, so I can't really bitch too much. box 1. Guess technically box 3, right? Little Daniels action on top. Just need to find that color. Got a bunch of Daniels base, May base too as well. Those first 2 boxes. Just nothing shiny. All right, here we go. This is box 3. Douglas, Tip Riemann on the die cut. Chris O, CJ Stroud, Kareem Hunt, Xavier Worthy. What is this? Jermaine Burton. It's taking me a minute to get adjusted to these new inserts. Braden Fisk, Sauce Gardner, Chase Brown. Jalen McMillan's going to be our first patch. It is on the red, going to the Bucks. I feel like we called him earlier. Not going to be numbered. It is Mr. David Clark. We did not. I know who's getting that. DeMarcus Lawrence, Levante David, Jared Goff, Bo Nix on the numbers, Caleb Williams. All the base. Where's the color? Jake Ferguson, Cooper Rush, Jaden Daniels, more base, Matthew Stafford. And some color. Let me move these guys to our protection box real quick. Andrew Van Ginkel, DeMarvion Overshone, Jair Alexander, and Evan McPherson. So definitely the worst of the 3 boxes so far. But DC's boy's going to be happy to get this. Nice. Thought we might be able to get her in the 80. Not happening. 100 it is. Jalen McMillan. Red patch going to the Bucks. All right, box number 4. Montana, Drake May, Patty Mahomes. There's a cool tricolor for the Chiefs. KC, who got him? That is Mr. George Palumbo. Tyler Lockett, Quentin Mitchell, Brian Urlacher, Michael Penix Jr., Carson Steele, Aaron Rodgers, Travis Kelce, Jared Goff. That wasn't Goff, pulled Stafford. It's like they're forever linked now, right? Worthy, Daniels again. Massing a stack of those. Pittman Jr. What was that? Tua? No, Jalen Waddle. Isaiah Likely, Braylon Allen, Jaden Reed, Malik Neighbors. There we go, Seth. We're starting to speak it into existence a little bit. Keon Coleman. Bill's doing all right. We're going to top load this one. I believe that was Jeff. Torrey Taylor. Bucky Irving. Nice. We're going out to the Bucks. Going to top load him too since it's a die cut. Justin Herbert and AJ Barber. Got some top loading to do. That's a good thing though. Going back in the right directions. That rookie color is just eluding us. McCoy's getting a stack. Bucky Irving to go along with his Jalen McMillan. George, there's that Mahomes tricolor for you. And Keon Coleman. Back to Jeff and the Bills, where we started. All right, 5 and 6. Yeah, I always tell her Lions and Bucks. Like, but he's a Niners fan, but he always gives them to the boys. Good shit, gotta start them young. And they're into collecting too, man. It's really not even that kids aren't into it. It's just a much more expensive hobby to be into than when we were kids. When I first got back into it, no one was clearing the shelves of retail like they are these days. I heard you guys fucking banging down the door. Dogs have been downstairs at the door having a nervous breakdown about not getting in here. You're up here. There's nothing going on. You ain't missing shit. No Vikes or Cardinals yet, chat. Nothing super crazy. We started with a zebra. Who was it? Was it Ray Davis? It was a Bill. It was Amari Cooper. Nothing super crazy. And the good news is we're only 4 boxes in. This is 5 and 6, I believe. I totally forgot about that. You never have the Cowboys, though. I don't know when the last time you had the Cowboys. You seem to get the Lions and the Bucks often, even in random team, which works out for your other 2 boys, right? All right, here we go. Box number 5. Kelsey, Quinn, and Mitchell. We've got a Jaden Daniels silver die cut. I like it. Going out to the Commanders. I think that's Pete. I saw he said he hit the jackpot. He's got a few teams. You got Pete. Well, there's the Patriots. If I remember correctly, you also had the Commanders, and you do. So, yeah, that's not a bad random, right? Now you're up here, you're bored, you're rolling all over the floor, biting your own tail. Fucking dog's about to get loud on us. This is why I try to handle die cuts right away, because they are not too fun to get top-loaded correctly. Especially when you want to keep it nice. Mr. Jaden Daniels. First nice QB, color-ish, right? Silver's color. It's shiny. It's on shiny paper, so we're calling it. Going out to Mr. Pete Costello. Moving along. Yeah, that's a great random. Tip Riemann, Aaron Rodgers, Jared Goff, CeeDee Lamb on the purple shimmer. Is this numbered? It is to 360. I spoke the boys into existence for someone. Who got the Dallas Cowboys? That's going to be Mr. Jeff Sigler, the Ravens fan. How about a Justin Fields? That's the tricolor. A.J. Brown, Michael Pittman, Arik Armstead, Grover Stewart, Nico Collins, Darnell Mooney, Will Anderson, Matthew Stafford, Jaden Reed, Jaden Daniels, Ladd McConkey, he eludes me too, Cedric Tillman, T. Law, Braylon Allen, Jaden Daniels, more color, man. More base. Got a stack of Daniels base going on. And that is going to do it for box 5. Headed back in the right direction. We got some SP and we got a shiny quarterback. One more look at that CeeDee Lamb purple shimmer to 360. All right, box number 6. Dexter Lawrence, Mike Sandstrill, Jerry Jeudy, Keon Coleman, Brock Purdy, Stephon Diggs. Who is this? Chris O. Malik Willis on the tricolor. Curtis Samuel, Michael Penix Jr., Bucky Irvin. Another nice one for the Buck. Taylor Rapp, Antonio Gibson, Jalen Carter, Turbocharged Purdy, Christian Watson, Cam Little, J.J. McCarthy. So there's some Vikings. Chad, I'm going to take it you've got them, but let's double check just before potentially give somebody's card away. You do? That's going out to Mr. Chad Goldfarb. Now we're heating up on the shiny quarterback stuff. Nice red patch. I'm going to set him over here softly. Let's check out the rest of this since we're almost done here. Dallas Turner, Kenneth Walker, Josh Allen, Brian Thomas Jr., Rashee Rice, and Marshawn Lattimore. We got some top loading to do. Going out to DC, or should I say McCoy, Bucky Irving. That's the tricolor concourse. And Mr. Goldfarb. Chad, I know you've been in some stuff before, so we probably have your address, but it's been a long time, so just make sure we got the correct address. And we no longer, I don't know if it's been that long since you've been in, but we no longer send tracking through PM. So it goes out email. So if we don't have your email, shoot me into your email address. That's a nice start for the Vikings on box 6. J.J. McCarthy, rookie, red patch. 2 more boxes. Sign. JJ did sign for Panini, if that's what you're talking about. They usually throw a couple retail auto bones. Now, JJ McCarthy, I don't know. Yeah, him and Penix. They're the only 2 big 24 guys that signed, quarterback-wise, I think, off the top of my head. All right, box 7 and 8. Starting to speak some JJ into existence over here. All right, there's 7. No, this is 24. This isn't 25. So yeah, these are rookie cards. Selects like end of season. There is some 25 stuff coming out now. You got Score and all that. Select's been out for a while. Retail just comes out a little bit longer after hobby compared to some of the other products. All right, let's move box. That will be 8, I think. This is 7 over there. And here we go. Let's see what we can find. Bledsoe Latham. Got a die cut coming up. It's Cameron Jordan, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Tariq Woolen, Malik Neighbors, Talanoa Hufanaga. Jeez, I feel terrible when I butcher these guys' names. They're so bad. All right, we got J.J. McCarthy headed to the protection pile. Marquise Brown, Jared Goff. Again, it looks a little darker on the edges. Guess it's just the premier level. Jamal Charles, Khair Elam, Fashanu, C.J. Stroud, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Tip Riemann, Drake May turbocharged, Rashad White to the Bucks, Brett Favre, Tyler Guyton, Aaron Rodgers, and Devon Vele. Box 8, Chase Brown, Kareem Hunt, Josh Jacobs on the silver die cut, Derek Stingley, Jared Goff, Ahmad Sauce Gardner, Xavier Worthy, Joe Anderson, Cooper Rush, Levante David, Chris Long, wrong Patriot, huh? Roquan Smith, Jake Ferguson, BTJ. We got some more SP coming up. This time it's Jabril Peppers, also the wrong Patriot, but not a bad one. 266 out of 399. That's going to Mr. Costello. JJ on the base, Demarion Overshone, Van Ginkel, Caleb Williams, Ivan Pace Jr., Patty Mahomes, Rico Dowdle, JJ again, and Breece Hall. Did you get the Chargers too? You have 2 teams, don't you, DC? Because you bought a main and you won one off the mini. Let me open these top loaders up, gentlemen. Who got the pack? We're going to put some respect on this kid. Especially, you guys hear me say it so many times, absolutely robbed of Rookie of the Year in 2019. And I was a Kyler fan, much more so in 2019 than I am now. But Josh Jacobs showed out for the Raiders. And freaking, if I remember correctly, Gardner Minshew had similar numbers to, that's a scratch. That's not a, that was a little Australian cattle dog here. But yeah, Minshew had similar numbers to Kyler Murray. This guy quietly killed it on the Raiders. Got no respect. So who got the pack? Green Bay Packers. That is Mr. Aaron Mattis. And P. Costello, Jabril Peppers. There you go, Pete. Let's pull 2 more from the stack. This will be what? 9 and 10, I think? I don't think, besides that Silver Daniels, no crazy QB color. What is that? Is that points? I haven't seen points in fucking 2 years. Is that for real what that is? I'm not even shitting you guys. I don't know when though. Have you guys seen points? I'm trying to think when the last time I pulled any points. We used to have to random them all the damn time. Look like the old 250 over there, huh? I guess that's better than the old 100. There's Mr. Nick's making an appearance. We have had a couple base cards in him. Nothing like the stack of May and Daniels cases produced. Hopefully they're going to start getting a lot more shiny on the back second half of this case. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep. This will mark the halfway when we're done with these two gentlemen. So here we go. Good luck. Let's see what box 9's got in store for us. Bo Nix, Sewell, Talanoa Hufanaga. Did better that time. Kirby Joseph, Josh Jacobs, Caleb Williams, Andrew Van Ginkel, Patty Mahomes, George Kittle, Cameron Jordan, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Marshawn Lattimore, Kamari Lassiter, Will Anderson, Demarion Overshone, J.K. Dobbins, Ivan Pace Jr., Joe Anderson, Marvin Harrison Jr. This is the first one of his we pulled all day. He's another one of those guys that eludes me. Alex Anzalone. I think that is fucking points. That's wild, guys. Bucky Irvin. It sure as shit is. 250 points. That will be randomed. I haven't had to do that in a long ass time. Everybody, we don't do those skunk. It's been so long, but we do them to everybody because it's just like a hit, so anybody would have the chance of it, right? So that'll be random to the entire list when Mandy sorts this break. 250 points. That's weird. Hoofunga. Is that how you pronounce it, or are you asking me? It was a Niner, right? So you should know. Nico Collins, Matthew Stafford, Vaughn Bell, Malik Neighbors, Jordan Davis, Malik Neighbors again, warming up on him. Cooper Kupp, show me something shiny. Greg Zuerlein, Fred Taylor, Freddie T, Kamani Vidal, Keon Coleman, Jake Ferguson, CJ Stroud, Tua Tagovailoa, Christian Watson, Will Levis. What is that? That's not more effing points, is it? No, it's a patch, I think. Tyrone Tracy, Chris Jones, Brock Bowers, Nakobe Dean. That's going to be numbered, I do believe. Appears to be a bronze, and it is 56 out of 299 going out to Philadelphia. That's Mr. Scott George. David Montgomery, Romeo Dunes, Jalen Polk. Man, we are pulling all of the shiny Patriots besides the one we're looking for. That one is going right back to Pete and Drake May on not shiny paper. Dang it. Sorry, Pete. We still got time, though. That's the good thing. But we're at the halfway point. Kind of started a little hotter than the end of that half finished. So hopefully it's going to heat up on this back half. There's that Polk. Here's Mr. Nakobe Dean. And because I'm sure we're going to get at least 2 or 3 more patches, I'm going to go grab a pack of 100s off the shelf real quick, gentlemen. And then we will resume with box 11 and 12. Yeah, shit ton, right? It's going to eat up some top loaders. But that's not a terrible thing. I mean, a couple bucks for each of them. All right. That'll be 11, I do believe. There's 12. I know why these dogs are going nuts. Just trying to get to my damn tattoo. Stop trying to lick my fucking tattoo, dog. All right. Oh, that's shiny. See some green in there. I was trying to look at the cell sheet. I do believe I saw tie-dyes. Did not make sure that I wasn't looking at the Hobby Blaster cell sheet, because now since Fanatics and Panini's great falling out, we've got all these hobby retail products instead of which is just the new name for the Fanatics exclusive stuff. But I know I saw zebra, which we've confirmed. I know I saw tie-dye. I want to say I saw something about some, was it a red shimmer or a green shimmer? Yes, sir. That Wimby, too. I forgot to tell you. I meant to send you a picture. It got a 9, which I was super happy with because, you know, I was very on the edge about that card. Pete's in a Wimby Monopoly Icons. Beautiful card, but had a ton of fucking print lines. I sent to Langford, too, a gold mini diamond Wyatt Langford, and they 9'd it, too. But I've seen him do worse for print lines, and I've seen him not give a shit about print lines, but that's the whole thing about grading by humans. It's a very subjective process. Here we go. Josh Jacobs. Oh, there we go. I like it. Bo Nix pulling the die cut silvers for these guys, huh? This one's going out to the Denver Broncos. It's on the silver hollow. No. I didn't put a lot of 9s in there. I didn't even put all the 10s on there because a lot of them are, you know, the rookie base and stuff, and even some older ones. But it got to where I had pulled like 60-something pictures. I was like, okay, I think that's enough. That's a cool one. Who got the Denver Broncos? Phil got the Denver Broncos. I like it, Phil. Good thing Pete didn't have another spot with that damn random, huh? Nice one for Mr. Messina. I like it, my friend. Silver Hollow, Bo Nix. That's on the Concourse die cut. And look at that. I'm going to need a Go Gators before I ship this thing. We got Money Mac. That is on the green shimmer, 151 out of 499. Who got the Bengals? Mr. Josh Johnson, the OG. It's a nice looking card. Would have been a little nicer looking if it was blue and orange instead of green and orange, you know, but I'll take it. Money Mac, 151 out of 499. Going to the Bengals. Moving along. We got Kendrick Bourne, George Kittle, Cameron Jordan, Drake May to the pile. George Kittle, that's a cool one to the Niners. Kamari Lassiter, Will Anderson, Deion Dawkins again. Ivan Pace, Joe Anderson, Joey B, TJ Hawkinson, Hufanga. Did I get it right, DC? Bucky Irving, Michael Penix. He's another one that's eluded us. I usually pull a ton of Penix too. Will Anderson Jr., Rashad White, Brock Bowers, Jabril Peppers, and Chris Long. Pulling the whole damn Patriots roster. All right. Box, what is this, 12, I think? Kareem Hunt, Xavier Worthy, Freddie T, Corey Trice, Sauce Gardner, Chase Brown, Caleb Williams. He's another one. Nothing shiny yet. Malik Washington, Levante David, Jared Goff, Jamari Gibbs. Felt like 2 cards. No. Mike Allstott, Jake Ferguson, Cooper Rush, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aaron Rodgers, Demarion Overshown, Van Ginkel, Harrison Jr. That's the only card of the Hims we're pulling out of this future insert. Buda Baker, Patty Mahomes, Rico Dowdle, Calvin Hill, and Jalen Waddle. Not the 2 most impressive boxes, huh? 8 more to go. I want a tie-dye. That's probably one of my favorite colorways, parallels, refractors, whatever you want to call it, out of this product. And they're the 25. It's always a good time. Back before they had, 40, 50 different patterns and all these crazy different colors and parallels, tie-dye was one that really stood out back in the day. Huh. Yeah, it seems to work that way with me too, Pete. Every once in a while, I'll get the itch and I'll be like, let's rip a box off the shelf. I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. But you know what? I chalk it up to increasing the odds for you guys. I do what I can. All right, next two boxes on deck. Let's move these over here. And good luck. Josh Allen, BTJ, Lambjack, that is also on the silver die cut. All the silvers have been die cuts. Is that a thing this year? Aaron Jones, Tariq Woolen, JC Latham, maybe for the retail. Dak Prescott, Keon Coleman again. We're going to top load him up. Dak, Drew Bledsoe, Kareem Hunt, Darnell Savage, Hollywood Brown, Braylon Allen, Tip Riemann. He's also all over everything in 24. Fashanu, JJ again. Dupes. Actually, I think this one's a little different, right? Yeah, it is. What was the last one? I don't know what the hell they're calling this one. Oh, this is draft selections. Very cool. It's going back to Chad. Welcome back, Chad. I like it. JJ McCarthy. Bo Nix to this pile. Tip Riemann, Khair Elam, Shaq Thompson. Is this one numbered? It is. We're going to top load it. 271 out of 360 to the Panthers. And DeMarcus Ware. All right. Let's top load these three guys. Make some space up here. Headed back in the right direction. That's going out to Jeff. I'm not going to have to look that one up because it was the first card. First parallel we pulled out of this case was the damn zebra. Shaq Thompson. Carolina hasn't really been active in this one, but a total sleeper for 24. A lot of rookies. Who got him? In case we just spoke Carolina into existence. Panthers are right at the top, DC. You guys are like, the guy who has the Panthers doesn't even fucking care. Keep it moving. I've got my own style, guys. Got my own style. There's that JJ to Chad. Draft selections on the red. All right. Next box. Najee Harris. Daniel Carlson. Let me see it closer. Levante David. He's kind of been all over this too. King Njoku. Malik Washington. Oh, it's a different Marvin Harrison Jr. card. Look at that. Should I look it up? Ricky Pearsall. Go Gators. Oh, tried to throw him in the box. How could I do such a disrespectful thing to the Gator? Phillip Rivers. Fuaga. Buda Baker. We have got another bronze. This time it's Jaden Reed. Back to the pack to 299. Green Bay Packers. Mr. Mattis. Taylor Rapp, Herbie, T-Law, Jaden Daniels piled, Spencer Radler making an appearance, Howie Long, Minka Fitzpatrick, Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, Darnell Mooney, A.J. Brown, Keely Ringo, and Ricky Pearsall. Go Gators. There you go, Mr. Mattis. Jaden Reed, Bronze Shimmer to $2.99. All right, we got 6 boxes left. We need to speak this into existence. Does somebody need to tag Josh Johnson and get him in here? Dan Donahue pulled a good one, too. Last break before I went on vacation, we had a couple boxes of Optic Contenders, and he goes, if... Actually, you guys, I forgot about this. You guys owe me for this one. He says... He was sending dick pics to everyone in the room right before he left if I didn't pull him a Brian Thomas Jr. silver hollow rookie ticket auto. And I will be damned. That's exactly what we pulled the man. So I saved you guys from opening up a rough PM. And Dan's still in the room to tell the tale. This guy wants to be difficult. Let's try him from that side. Come on now. We're trying to be gentle over here. Down to our last 6 boxes. Aside from a few silvers, no QB colors, so I'm expecting at least a handful of sweet things in these last couple boxes. Move this one to the side. And here we go. Mahomes, Rico Dowdle, Ivan Pace Jr., Trey Benson, Dexter Lawrence, Mike Sandstrill, Caleb Williams. No shiny Caleb's either. Rasul Douglas, Stephon Diggs, Malachi Corley. There's one. Going out to Mr. Pete Costello. How about a shiny Jaden Daniels? Actually, didn't we pull one of the silvers was a Jaden too, right? Now you got the tricolor. Nice looking card. It is on the premier level. And it's going out to Mr. Pete Costello. Got a funky cut at top. I don't know if you can see the edge. The edge is super white from the front, which is a damn shame because aside from that, it's not a terrible looking card to the eye. There you go, Pete. Jane Daniels, tricolor. All right, moving along with this box, we got Brian Anger, Penix again, Brock Purdy, Xavier Worthy tricolor. I like it. Going to the Chiefs. Mo Ali Cox, Jalen Carter. Is Cox a rookie? He is not. Curtis Samuel, Lamar Jackson, Marvin Harrison Jr. on a white. Look at that. I totally spoke that into existence. I guess I just need to bitch more. I bitched about all those numbers inserts or whatever the hell it was, and the universe looked out for us a little bit. This is 100 out of 199, and whoever got the cards, I get to look you up. We thought it would never happen. Arizona Cardinals going out to Mr. Chad Goldfarb. Look at that, Chad. White Marvin Harrison. Very nice. He's part of the Missing Ink crew, too, so his SP stuff's worth a little bit more than average. Last of this box, we got Cam Little, Antonio Gibson, Andre Reed, and Hunter Henry. Get Mr. Worthy top loaded up, and we'll check out this next box. Who does say had the Chiefs? We were calling him earlier. Mr. George Palumbo. All right. Herbie Fitzpatrick. We got a George Kittle silver. I'm going to top load him too since it's a die cut. James Cook, A.J. Brown, Howie Long, Bijan Robinson, Derek Stingley Jr., Nico Collins, Darnell Mooney, Harrison Smith, Bobby Okereke, Malik Neighbors, Dallas Turner. Vikings taking all the patch cards. That's going back to Chad. I'm not going to forget that one. Justin Herbert, DJ Moore, Kamani Vidal, Jordan Davis, Future Hutch, Roquan Smith on the tricolor, Tua Tagovailoa, Fred Taylor, Braylon Allen, and Joey B. I do like they use the shimmer. It seems almost like they're toning select all the retail parallels down a little bit. Who remembers 2020, boy? You had die cuts of everything in every color, along with all the regular ones too. Die cuts used to be a really, really rare thing in selects. Who remembers getting the die cut shields back in the day before retail select? Those things were big bucks. Then they just fucking let loose for 2020. But I will say that was, COVID was a big part of it too. But 2020 retail really did do a lot to revive the hobby. I'd go through freaking 60 to 100 blasters in a night on a Saturday for this crap. All right. Clearing it out back there. Yeah, and what makes it even more confusing, Pete, is that they change it every year, Like I was talking, it's shimmer this year for this retail select. And I don't know whether this is Walmart or Target. I think I got this case from Dick's, actually. Had to order it like 8 months ago. So I don't know which one this is, but they change it with which store it's going to. And then, it's not consistent from product to product, which is what really makes it the most confusing, right? Because if you were looking at, a green pulsar in Prism is not numbered, and a green pulsar in Optic is not numbered, and it stayed across the board, and gold was always to 10 in Panini and always to 50 in Topps, which honestly Topps does a little bit better job about keeping things consistent than Panini. But to me, that's what makes it really confusing. Like, you could even add parallels, which, realistically it sucks for us collectors and even the guys that just invest in this stuff, because it adds more cards to the set. But I would be more okay with that if they're like, okay, we're adding, whatever, a gold scope. It's always going to be to 55 in every product we put it in, 7,000 base cards, yeah. Oh, thank God I don't have to do that. When I left the old gig to go on my own many moons ago, I said I will never fucking open a box of Score again, ever. And I've kept that promise to myself very proudly. You guys have no idea how terrible it is ripping cases and cases of Score on Score release day. Joe Anderson. On that note, back to the select. Kamari Lassiter, Ed McCaffrey, Corey Trice, Bucky Irving, Ivan Pace Jr., Xavier Worthy, Kyle Hamilton, Rashad White. What's that? There's some kind of color back there. Might just be the shimmer, the edge of it. Hufanga. I'm proud of myself. I think I'm getting that right now. Will Richard, Mike Allstott, Justin Fields, Brock Bowers, Xavier Legette, Aaron Rodgers, Harrison Smith, Cedric Tillman. Oh, no, it is what I thought it was. It is a gold Pandora. I thought I saw some gold, and I'm like, maybe it's just the edge of the shimmer. That's always a nice pull out of a retail case. We were just talking about gold parallels, too. Look at that. Gold Pandora. Now, historically, Pandora was to 25. I don't know what this is. This is going to be a 10 because it's gold. Black Pandora was always to 25. I guess gold is going to always be to 10, so I like it. Nice one for the Seahawks. Weren't expecting that if you pulled the Seahawks, right? Now to find out who's got them. Seattle Seahawks, Mr. Aaron Mattis. Congratulations, sir. I like it. Future Gold Pandora. 10 out of 10. Not a bad SP for a retail. I think I probably pulled more 101s out of retails than gold. I like it. We're going to finish that box off with Breece Hall. Ooh, we got some green back here too. Lamar Jackson. Fuaga, just the one we were looking for, right? It's going to be to 599. Look at that. That one's going out to the Saints, and the Saints are Mr. Greg Moore, Baby Yoda, and Jalen Waddle. Greg, we're going to put some respect on Fuaga for you. He is numbered. You never know. I see this all the time with the cards we can sign too. Like, we'll put this up on eBay. 99 cents. No one buys it. We'll relist it 3 or 4 times. And then you get a couple guys that decided like they went to college with this guy, or for whatever reason they're working on his rainbow, and they just start bidding on the card out of the blue one day. I got a There's a DeAndre Ayton card out of Optic right now that I've relisted like 3 times. It's up to $6 or $7 right now. There's just about the right person putting eyes on it, especially when it's a parallel. Tyler Gooden, Sam Darnold, Joe Anderson. That's an interesting way to spell Wait, it's Andreessen. Okay. Andreessen, probably. Joe Andreessen. Going out to the Bills. Rookie silver. I'm going to carefully place him in our protection pile. Brian Branch, Earl Campbell, Brett Favre, Romeo Doones, Chase Brown, Joe Burrow, Theo Johnson, Grover Stewart, Jay Love, more Caleb Williams. He's starting to pile up. Joe Alt, Aaron Rodgers, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jameis Winston, Brock Bowers, Sauce Gardner, Fred Warner, Devontae Smith, Blake Corum, Grover Stewart again, and Ray McLeod. All right, we are down to our last 2 boxes, guys. Not terrible case so far, but not the greatest either. Let's see if we can't make something happen with these last 2 boxes. Last time I started bitching, we pulled a gold. And a white Marvin Harrison Jr., that's right. Fuck it, should I just say this case has been terrible? See if that helps our cause here. Our last 2 boxes. Yes, they are, Pete. One of my favorite cards I ever pulled was a Black Pandora Downtown. It was Peyton Manning. It was for Robert Noble. It's just a really good looking card. Another one of my favorites that I'll never forget is that Joe Burrow RPA I pulled you out of Absolute with probably arguably the sickest Joe Burrow RPA patch I've ever seen. It was Absolute, but still a disgusting card. It's funny how you remember stuff like that, right? All right. Here we go. Box 19 and 20. Will Richard, Kyle Hamilton, Kamari Lassiter, Michael Penix Jr., Daniel Carlson, Torrey Taylor, Justin Jefferson, Jahan Dotson, Harris, Ed McCaffrey, Xavier Legette, Budda Baker, Malik Washington, Joe B., Brian Thomas Jr., Jahan Dotson, Fuaga, Gibbs, Amari Cooper, right back where we started, huh? DeMarcus Lawrence, Amari Cooper again, Bo Nix, and Nakobe Dean. Yeah. I couldn't either, you know. You got to take profits sometime. Especially if it's not PC for you, right? All right, so here we go, guys. Last box of the break. Thank you for hanging out with me. Let's see if we can't find something cool in here. Chris Jones, CJ Stroud, Will Anderson Jr., Joe Namath, Romeo Doones, Tyrone Tracy, Bucky Irving, Lamar Jackson, Penei Sewell, David Montgomery, TJ Watt, Drake May, Josh Jacobs, Bo Nix, got a green coming up it looks like, Xavier Worthy, Emmitt Smith, Cameron Jordan, Marvin Harrison Jr., Xavier Rhodes. Oh, that's not a bad one behind it though. I was like wrong Viking and then he showed up. 239 out of 499. That's going to Chad, followed by Tricolor, JJ McCarthy, also going to Chad. Will Anderson Jr., George Kittle, Penix Jr., and Trayvon Walker is how we're ending it, guys. And that is going to do it, gentlemen. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to get these 2 guys top loaded up. Do a quick little recap, let you get about your Friday night. I've got a bunch of cool older boxes on the shelf. I was saving some of the black and gold for Throwback Thursday, so I think I'm going to do it through the years. I've got some 17 mega boxes, Don Russ. I've got some 18 Prism Blasters. What else is up there? We got some 16 Optic. We got some 19 Prism Blasters. So I was thinking about doing it through the year, see if we can't pull some cool parallels out of that stuff. So I might post that tomorrow. If you're interested, be on the lookout. And yeah, if I don't see you guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Here's what we got. McCarthy, Rhodes, Fuaga, Smith and Jigba. Nice one. 10 out of 10 on the Gold Pandora. Dallas Turner, George Kittle, Xavier Worthy, Marvin Harrison Jr. on the white. Another nice one. 199. Jane Daniels, Jaden Reed, JJ McCarthy, Shaq Thompson, Keon Coleman, Money Mac, Go Gators to 499. Bo Nix on the silver die cut hollow prism. I could probably keep going. I could add a concourse in there. N'Kobe Dean bronze, Jalen Polk 250. That'll be random to everybody in the break. Jabril Peppers, Josh Jacobs, JJ McCarthy on the red patch, numero dos. Bucky Irving, CD Lamb, purple. That's not a shimmer. That one's a shock, right? Were these all shocks? And I was saying shimmer? I think they're all shocks, actually. Jane Daniels, Keon Coleman, Patty Mahomes, Bucky Irving, Jalen McMillan, Brock Bowers, Jalen Hurts, Jameis Winston, and the first SP of the break was our Zebra Amari Cooper. Thanks again for hanging out with me, guys. DC has got a racing breakup. If you're into NASCAR, go show my man some love. He is back from his yearly hiatus of running his award-winning Little League. So he's got a NASCAR breakup. I'll be back with something tomorrow. Any requests, let me know. Like I already said, we don't see you in the next one. Have a great weekend.